Yeah, thank you, Followell. Luka, it's never been done in NBA history. A 60-point, 20-rebound triple-double. 60 points, 20 boards. It never happened, baby. How's it feel right now?
I'm tired as hell.
You can rest later. You're young.
I need a recovery beer.
Oh, we can handle that. Look, there's so much to talk about in this, but I want to go back to...
And it was... You make him go back right. I don't think it's as easy as play there.
Hold on for three. Out. Until then. Luka, nice move. Wow. Back through traffic. Wade Hardaway. Porter, look at that.
Oh, for that. That's craziness.
I mean, there is a big guy. Doncic. Using the screen. Backing away. One-on-one with Lopez. Doncic. Put him in the mixer.
There's many ways to dominate a game in basketball offensively. You can be faster like De'Aaron Fox, Russell Westbrook, or a John Wall. You can be gifted with hops and incredible body control like a John Morant or a Derrick Rose. You can flat out just overpower opponents like a Shaq or a Giannis Antetokounmpo. Or maybe just kill with deadly accuracy and great ball control like a Steph Curry or a Kyrie Irving. But probably the most impressive way to dominate a game for me is when I see players that aren't athletically gifted but remain unstoppable. Players like Tim Duncan, Dirk Nowitzki, and Nikola Jokic are some of the recent examples of unathletic superstars the game has ever seen. These are guys that dominate without blowing by you, overpowering you, or out-jumping you with freakish God-given ability. And there's a very simple reason unathletic players like these can dominate you just as well as anyone else. That reason is fundamentals. This is what brings me to Luka Doncic, someone that's been dominating since day one of his NBA career. I mean, literally look at this basketball reference page from his first season to right now. It's ridiculous. We all know that Luka's been playing professional basketball since a very young age, officially making his professional debut at 16 years old for Real Madrid. These quick highlights are from Luka at 17 years old, playing for Real Madrid in an exhibition game against Oklahoma City. At a super young age, making the right reads, making some great passes, and handling the ball with confidence, you can really see the flashes of greatness we see today. And fundamentals are a huge focus outside of the US. And I found out this quote on BayStateBanner.com, and it's a quote by former NBA player and coach Sam Mitchell talking about why the international players are coming into the NBA and dominating. I think the Europeans have taken basketball and made it better. My view is a little different from other people. I played in Europe. In Europe, you go to a basketball academy and you have former players coaching who are professional coaches. That's what they do. That is their job. These kids in Europe are getting professional coaching at an earlier age. And our kids join an AAU program. Who is coaching? Rick? Bob? Fred? That's why their players are more fundamentally sound. Ball handling, good footwork, keeping your head up for active court vision, finishing through contact, being able to finish with either hand, shooting, defending. There's a lot of components that go into creating a fundamentally sound player. And as great as Luka is, like everyone else, he doesn't come without flaws. And while free throw shooting, three-point shooting, and defense remain a work in progress for Doncic, the rest is basically there for him. Luka pretty much picks any defensive scheme apart in a variety of ways. First of all, he's listed at 6'7", 230 pounds, so not only is he a big dude, but he's also tall for a point guard. For those that don't want to count Luka as a point guard, pages like Basketball Reference and StatMuse have his minutes logged at his position and the position played most per season. He's the Mavs point guard by stats, by play style, flat out by definition. The greater the player in this league, the more ways teams are going to game plan to try to contain you. For Giannis, there's a wall. For Shaq, there's fouls to put him at the free throw line. But for Luka, you double him? He's finding someone for an easy basket. You play him in single coverage, and he's going to use the size advantage on guards and wings. You want to put a big man on Luka, he's going to use pump fakes, pass fakes, and clean footwork to score on those bigs. Luka has a plan for anyone out there, and while this is amazing to see, it shouldn't come as a surprise. Not only has Luka been seeing countless defensive schemes at an NBA level, he's been seeing them since a young teenager, so he's basically seen it all. He's figured out where the windows will be, where the help is coming from, how his man is defending him, how his teammates are reacting, everything in real time. Luka does dominate the ball a bit too much for some people, and it's a real criticism of his game for sure. Even drawing comparisons like Houston Rockets' James Harden, where the usage rate is insane, and the Mavs' game plan, similar to the Houston Rockets' game plan with James Harden, is to give Luka the ball and let him figure it out. Some are going to argue he has to do what he does to keep the Mavs afloat, while others argue it's just not sustainable basketball in the long term because of wear and tear. But we're talking about comparing Luka to a historical offensive player in Harden, and Harden was doing it with more burst and more athleticism than Luka. So Luka's doing this in a sustainable way in theory because his style is low to the ground. Not outrunning guys, but just taking advantage of angles, using his smarts to beat defenders. No doubt the Mavs are the Luka Doncic show, with many people demanding the franchise to find him a two-way co-star that can help get them over the top. So the big question remains, will Luka get his help soon? Time is ticking for the Mavs as the trade deadline approaches, but in the meantime, Luka's having fun along the way. Thanks for watching this quick video. This is the All Things Basketball podcast. I'm your host, Vic Lopez, as always, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.